there was a time, even I'm in a bus, you mash me, you step on me, I will not talk. I'll make sure I remove my legs small until I finish to remove my leg because I don't want to inconvenience you.
Hello everyone. Yeah, we are here again today, and I'm glad to be here with my full A gang. Yeah, it's my full A gang. Can you see? My hair is even. I think my hair is more than his own. So it's just for me. Okay, I am Paul Ayodele, and if you're just seeing this channel or you just came across it, I want to tell you that we are running a 4-week program and we are talking about temperaments. Temperaments. We are acting according to our temperaments, whether we know it or not. So I'm here with my friend, a very good friend. I will even call him a brother. So can you introduce? I don't want to introduce him to you. I want him to use his mouth, his seemingly silent mouth now, to introduce himself to you.
I'm a shy person.
Eva.
All right, everyone. My name is Matthew Alonge Bryan, but you can call me Matthew Bryan. That's my name.
Thank you very much. What do you do? What do you
I'm a real estate consultant and I'm a forex.
do?
Hey, see how fun. So I'm a businessman. That's it.
All right. So, you know how we do it. For those of us that have been following this channel, you know how we do it now. We ask them questions. All we want to do is we want to tackle this temperament issue from a practical aspect. If I say I should just stand here and start explaining temperament, I don't have the fall on the dominant side. Okay, and this guy here will tell us about his own and will tell us how God has helped him to control it. So I want to start from the root. You want to start from the roots, like the question. So, what was your childhood like? What was your childhood like?
Yeah, my childhood was very dramatic, fun-filled, I would say, but it's come to a very short saw when my mom died when I was 7, and it was not so funny after my mom died. But by the grace of God, my dad, I will still talk about him, was my father and my mother. When my mom died, I can't stop talking about him. So, and I have siblings that I love him too. And that help us to, my dad helped us to come together, have unity. You can't just come in between us and just pull us apart. So even after my mom died, everybody was saying, bring them, let them stay with me. Let my dad said, no, they are all staying together. Yeah. Even instead of taking us away, there are some people even join our family to stay with us. So my childhood was very, very fun, like I would say. And I have some few friends that I was dedicated to, and we do a lot of things together. We eat together. There's a game we used to play. You will say, if I say something and you don't show me something, I'll collect your food and all that. So all these things. But when you get to a point where you can't leave your food, there'll be problem. And you'll be like, you are not faithful with your word. So yeah, as children now, we are just growing up. And I would like to point out quickly that right from my childhood I've loved music. I love the music, and I have lots of music that I listened to then that I was trying to follow up with, but I know that I have, like I would say, I have a fear of God in my heart. Despite the fact that I would say something like that, they would use another lyrics, but I would try to convert it to a godly lyrics, but I don't know what I was doing.
So that your mind won't condemn you.
Yeah. I don't know what I was doing, but we were brought up in a godly family, a Christian home, but you just want to be moral, just want to be good. So I think we get to that part, right? Yeah. So I don't talk much about that. So
yes.
my
So thank you very much. So the next question I want to pose is, what were the things that shaped your character or your behavior when growing up? What were the things that shaped you?
In experience?
Yes, everything that made you who you are.
I would say the greatest influence on my life is my dad.
Okay.
Even the time I don't know I was influenced by him. Till now, he's still influencing me in the big way. He's a man that has a simple heart, he has faith. I would like to even share a few stories about him.
Yeah. So when we get to, there's a question to ask you about your parents.
About my parents.
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
okay.
yes.
So my experience with my dad, my experience when my mom died, he never left us. So that gave me a sense of like there's still somebody have love. Like show me love. There's irrespective of what he's feeling. I will still talk about that. He give all of himself. So I learned compassion from him. I learned self-sacrificial attitude from him.
Yeah,
so sometimes when I see people not really giving up, like
why?
It feels strange to me.
It's normal.
So
it's normal
I would say I have his temperament and I have his strength, but there are some weaknesses that I've detected too when I was growing up. So I will talk about that. I know.
So I'll ask you this one that you wanted to talk about. What were your parents like? Now do you really know your mom?
Yeah. My mom was a beautiful woman. And
at what age did she pass on?
I can't remember. Around 50 plus. Yeah, was it?
No. Okay, what was your
my own age? I was around 7.
7 years.
7. So I was the last born. So the experience I remember was that she sells wholesale food stuff, and we used to prepare sumptuous food for us. I love food though. Love good food, not just any other food. So the experience I had with her was that I remember that she used to put me on her leg. And just normal stuff. No.
You must have missed her.
Like, no. I missed her for 2 years when I was just quiet. I think that's shaping my lifestyle a little bit. I was quiet for 2 years. I go on my own and stay aside for 2 years. I'll just be there. Not for the love of my dad. I won't really get myself. But I will just be quiet.
What of daddy? What was daddy?
Yes, when my mom died, my dad. Okay, I would say they are both good couples. Like you saw an example of a Christian in them, and the only time I had my mom and dad argue, and they were having disagreement, which everybody will have. But immediately they saw us, they will just keep quiet. They will just everybody just in normal.
Yeah.
It's until when we are away, so that's when they have the argument. And I never saw them exchange physical, and so those things shaping us.
That's really beautiful.
And for my dad, when my mom died, like I said, he was there. He was there. Like things were tough. He was there. It was like we have never experienced good times before. But thank God he was there. God used him, and he was an example of a man that has faith. There was a time he put water on fire. We never knew there was no money. He just put water on fire and was like, okay, what are we going to eat? We are expecting. And my dad will bring food. I said, Daddy, water has boiled. What are we eating? He said, okay, no problem. He just went out. I think he prayed and he went out. He said, later he was sharing with us that day. We just saw him bring bread and tea. We're like, children, what's concerned with whether anyway seafood bring.
He should
I just want to eat.
I don't bring food.
Just bring food for us to the table. So he was later sharing that. He said that day he just went out. Somebody that they have seen for a long time. The person was just passing on our street. He doesn't know what he was doing. Brother Amos, his name is Amos. Like, what long time. He just you don't spend more time. He just say, take this. Without asking him anything, just take this. And just came back with. And after then, Christmas, we will not have anything. My dad say, that kind of faith that you are so confident that, don't worry.
Everything will be fine. and everything will actually be fine.
You just see someone knock on the door, they bring chicken, bring rice. This second day of Christmas, we don't have anything. Just bring and we'll be fine on Christmas. So that kind of faith, I'm really still craving for that kind of faith.
Well, that's really beautiful. That's a testimony too. What I would do in this case is I will cut out this testimony because it will be a blessing to people.
Yeah,
it has blessed me.
Definitely.
Sincerely.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you now the big question. What is your temperament?
I'm a proud melancholy. I wasn't proud about that before, but now I've accepted myself and yes, I'm a proud melancholy. I'm a melancholy. That's my dominant temperament.
Okay. So how did you discover that you are a melancholy?
With the help of God, pointing me to some books that I read to discover myself. Because there was a time I would like to say this before I forget that melancholy should be able to study the emotion. You must be able to know yourself before even trying to know others. So melancholy, study your emotion, because there are sometimes you feel in a way that you be like, why am I feeling like this? What's going on? What's wrong with me? So God led me to some books to read, and I read those books, and I was able to understand myself while I was trying to understand others. So that's why I discovered myself by the help of the Holy Spirit. leading me.
Beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful. For those of us that don't understand our temperament, for those of us that don't even know who we are, because if you don't know who you are, you cannot control yourself. So for those of us that don't know, we need to read books, we need to search, we need to do things for ourselves so that it will help. These things will help us, whether we like it or not. Only if we don't want to grow. But I know for anyone looking at this, watching this video and watching it until this time, you've watched it from the beginning until this time. That means you need
to grow.
growth.
Yes.
You need growth. So I want to ask you again, does this temperament of yours, does it have the strength, the strong part or the strength part?
Yes.
Do we have examples of how this strength has helped you? So can you give us at least one example so that melancholy know that it is not a bad thing to be melancholy? Yes, it actually have strength. So can you help us out?
Okay, on the strength side, I'll start that melancholy are great leaders. If you know yourself very well, because we tend to be compassionate and tend to like to hear from others, try to bring people together in a way that. And recently, I was watching. We are very emotional people. I was watching a just a normal video about a lady that was suffering from something, and she was like that disease was like a tick in her body. She used to react without her own without her effort. She would just be reacting in a way. So her mother was holding her, and when she was reacting, she just slapped her mother. She now hugged her mother and said, "I'm sorry, mom." I was serious. I was like, it's a normal video. I was just staring like. So I was before. I would be like,
that's T-Rex.
Yeah, T-Rex. I'll be like, what's wrong with me? I'm a man. I'm not supposed to be this. Why am I crying? What's wrong with me? But I now realized that this temperament, this emotion, it's a God gift.
It is natural.
It's God gift for me. I have to see it in a way that I have compassion for human.
Yeah.
So I want to use it in a way that it will help a lot of people by bringing people together, by hearing from, by making people great, by helping them to discover themselves. So in a way that has been a strength for me. And like I said, we are emotional people. We don't just think to ourselves alone. We don't think. There was a time, even I'm in a bus, you mash me, you step on me, I will not talk. I'll make sure I remove my legs small until I finish removing my leg. Because I don't want to inconvenience you. I want everybody to be fine. Everybody to be fine, everybody to be at the right in the right emotion. So those are the kind of strength I think melancholy should focus on.
To now flip it to the other side, we also have weakness. So can you practically explain to us some weaknesses and then how it affected you negatively? And then what you did?
Okay. I would say that the first weakness I would like to mention is being shy. When I tell people I'm shy, I'll be like, you are not shy, Joe. You that you used to release people. I said I was shy and I'm still shy, but the way I respond to the shyness is different now.
Different.
So it's not as if the strength or the weakness will leave you, but the way you respond to it is the one that matters.
You can subdue it.
You can actually use it for your own good. So I would say being shy and hating rejection. I don't like to be rejected. That's why I'm a perfectionist. I like to do my thing to the very best, so that nobody will see anything to say.
Can you even achieve that?
Yes, you cannot achieve that. That's just the point. But I would say that it has helped me. I'm talking about weakness, but I would say that perfectionism has helped me in some area, but it has not really helped me. Imagine trying to record a musical video and I recorded like 15 times.
And you are still seeing something to correct.
I'll be like, but it got to a point where I'll be like, I'm not even seeing anything. The goodness of this video, that's what I want to see. I will upload this in like that. I'll just upload it.
And that's how they correct
but it has reduced like 4 times now. From 15 to
From 15 to 4 now.
It's a great. So I'll record, I'll be like, and I'll look at some people, they'll just record video. They don't even think about even want their way, they don't care. They just upload it like that. But it's not as if they don't sound nice, they don't sound good, but I just want the best out there. But it's a weakness that's really held me down not to do a lot of things.
It will even delay. It will
delay the progress. Yes, it has been delaying me. And I realized that the other weakness I have is not knowing yourself to an extent, like not grasping the kind of person you are. you just want to please everybody. You can't please everybody and succeed in life. That's just
No,
even as a Christian, as anybody, you can't please everybody.
No.
So I try to please everybody except me.
And then you are supposed to please yourself.
I'm supposed to please myself,
First.
not in a selfish way, but
Yes, first.
so
When you are
first,
fine, that's when
that's
others.
what others I can find. You can't love others without loving yourself. So I think it's a weakness on the part. So I'll just mention that few. That's a weakness I.
All right. So with what you have told us now, I want to go a little more deeper to the spiritual aspect, because you see, the physical and the spiritual can never be separated. So can we rule out the space of the Spirit of God in temperament?
Negative.
Negative.
Negative means no.
No.
You can't take it out. And I would say up to this point, the level of my growth has been inspired by the Holy Spirit of God. I can't lie to you. I won't lie to you. This is a relationship between me and God, and that the Holy Spirit of God has been helping me to mature every day. I'm maturing every day. He has pointed me to some books, even the books I'm reading, the things that I'm doing, has been pointing me to those things. And some people argue this fact that you can develop yourself, you can grow without the your growth will have limits. There will be limitation on your growth.
And then when you are not measuring your growth per other people's growth, how can you know you are even growing? You must have a measure. And how do you measure? You read books, you watch movies that help, you do this, you go out to people, you even interact with people, and you see, how will I react to this?
There's something that dropped on my mind now, that if you are growing and it's not from the perspective of God who created you from the first place, who know why you're supposed to grow, then your growth is is having K-leg. So I would say that the Holy Spirit of God has really played a big role, and is still playing a big role in my life by helping me to grow from being a shy guy, from being a person that doesn't want to do. I have mood swings then, like almost every time, mood swing. I'll be happy now, I'll be enjoying myself, I'll just go cold. Yeah.
Plunge into the deep
I don't
end.
know what's going on, and it's affecting my spiritual life.
Somebody
in a way, but the Holy
will
Spirit of God.
somebody will say, I feel like crying. Okay, what happened? I don't know.
You know, you get to a point I'll be looking for something to make me cry, because until I cry,
Hey,
I will not feel normal.
You feel fine when you cry. So let's just go practical, because this is about practical. This is how to help people, because when we just say the theory and then they don't know what to do, it's just like reading a book that doesn't carry practical aspects. So I want to ask how, or do you have an experience of how God has helped you to control this temperament?
Okay.
Whether there is a place you are supposed to talk and then you know that you are supposed to talk, and then the spirit says shut up, and then you just go, I know what I can do, but I will shut up because of that. Or somebody, you say somebody to do something for you, and then because you are a perfectionist, the person cannot do it to your taste, and then what is this? You wanted to shout, and then the person tried for you. Don't talk to the person like that. So can you just give us one example?
Okay. For the example, I would like to say first to my temperament people, my melancholy, that there's nothing wrong with you if you're emotional. There's nothing wrong with you. It's just your temperament. So the way God has helped me to use this my temperament, because I don't know if you know already that we have a family, a Brazilian family, that a lot of people, even my brother here is part of the family.
Yes, Brazilian do it.
So by God's grace, I'm the leader of the Brazilian family, and there was a time I was quiet, and where I'm supposed to assume my responsibility, but I was giving it to others. Like, others should be doing this, others should be doing this. But I was not assuming my responsibility, and I realized that it has really affected in a way that what I'm supposed to do, others cannot do it for me.
Yeah.
So I have to step in the role and play the hand. And what others are supposed to do, I'm not supposed to do for them. In the sense that being perfectionist, like they should be able to do this thing by themselves.
You end up wanting to do everything by yourself.
So it's something that it comes once in a while. And one thing God has helped me to realize is that when anybody do anything, I must look for the good first in anything they do.
Yeah.
Like look for what is best in that. Like okay, I will appreciate them. This is nice, and they try. But even when you look for the good in something, even for you to point out the wrong in the stuff, it will not be in a derogatory way and a very negative way. So you come out, you have already praise them.
Say
So you cannot be like, you did bad. So
that's
it's really a way for me to like, okay, a way to we are doing good, but let's do like this. But what's your own what do you think? What do you think we should do? So I feel God has really helped me in that way. There are so many ways which I can't really say much on because of the time limit we have.
That's really beautiful. I'm very grateful for you coming on this channel. But there is one more question I want to ask before we go. Not even a question. I want you to talk to the melancholies out there. The ones that don't know who they are, the ones that know who they are, but they don't know how to control themselves. Thank God you have grown to a level, you have seen how God can help you, what God can do in you. Can you just help them out? Can you just speak to them with practical examples?
Okay. Melancholy out there, my people. So I would like to say, like I've said before, there's nothing wrong with you.
Nothing.
You are blessed with a gift. Whether you are emotional, whether you're having mood swing left and right, just for you to attend to or respond to your emotion. Know yourself. Just try to. I will say this over and over again. As a melancholy, you must know yourself. You must know what is wrong with you. Like at this very present moment, what's wrong? Sometimes I will just be worried for no reason. Like, but there's a reason. But it might be things that doesn't matter. So I have to reflect on what happened in the day. Like, okay, what happened today? Why am I even bothered? Okay, it's because of these inconsequential things. Like, what's wrong with me?
Yes.
So, but until I try to know myself, I try to reflect on what happened. If I don't do that, I will carry it over and over, and so be affecting all the rest of the activities of the day. So, know yourself and try to look for who to follow in a way, whether through book, and those of you who are saved by the help of you. Tell you the Spirit of God to help you, to direct you, to guide you. That's why He's there. He will help you. And those of you who are still looking up to God for salvation, or you don't even know whether you need it to grow, you need the help of God. I won't lie to you. I won't be where I am today by the grace of God, and I will be looking forward to go to where I want to go to without the help of God. Without the help of the Spirit. So I will tell you that try to develop yourself, try to grow day in, day out by reading books. The first book you should read is the Bible. You have an example there. I'm not sounding dogmatic now. If you read the Bible with the help of the Holy Spirit, you really understand some things that you don't even expect it to be in the Bible. So most of these books you see nowadays, most of them they are inspired from the Bible by the help of the Holy Spirit. So should I mention some books?
Mention the books to them. It can help them.
The first book I read when I was starting was Why You Act the Way You Do. That will help you know yourself, and it will help you know others. So when some people do things out of emotionless, you'll be like, why is he doing like this? I don't have emotion for people. That's their temperament. It's not as if they are doing wickedness. There was a time I was angry. Sometimes I was angry with some temperament. Why is he doing things like this? I was like, oh, that's their temperament. So I know them. So you help you know yourself, then you know others. And the second book I would like to mention is 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. That book is a fantastic book. It will help you to see life from perspective of others too. So those 2 books, I think it will be okay. I have other books too, but just go ahead and read those books. It really help you to grow. The Bible, Why You Act the Way You Do, and 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. It will really help you. And if you have channels that like this channel we are watching right now, please come back over and over again to watch the content of this channel, because there'll be more to come. I'm telling you, there'll be more to come, even beyond the scope of just knowing ourselves. It will in marriage, in other aspects too. So come back and subscribe too. I know you have not gotten to that. I'll say to subscribe, but I'm telling you now, subscribe.
Thank you.
That red button. Click.
Thank you. Please click
and
it.
If you see good thing, be liking it. Good thing will be coming to you. That's just normal stuff. So subscribe. Don't be looking for TikTok video and be shaking their body up and down. So something that will help your life. So
thank you very much. You have said everything I want to say. So please, like I want to say again, when we see something good, we need to, so that we can grow, we need to subscribe to it so that we can follow them up. Follow these things up so that we can grow together and we have a beautiful environment, we have a beautiful nation. Even our lives personally can be beautiful. So always click. When you say share to people that need these things, you know that your friend, you know that your siblings, you know, please share, and God will bless you. Before you know, that you are sharing something, you must have watched it, and then you share. Before you know, the person is better, you are better, and then you relate better. So God bless you. See you on the next one. Thank you very much.